Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Dash of Dalinda. If you're new here, welcome and thanks for subscribing. As you read by the title, I'll be making attiéké with oven baked chicken, a highly requested video on some of the reels that I shared on my Instagram account. So here you have it, guys. The type of chicken used in this recipe are leg and thigh, which will be seasoned with 2 tablespoons of green seasoning and 1 tablespoon of a mixture of habanero pepper, green onion, and onion. This one will be optional. The second seasoning, you don't need to add that. Next, we're gonna add about a tablespoon of mustard, 1 teaspoon of seasoning salt. Full list of ingredients are listed in the description box, so don't forget to check that out. Then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, definitely seasoned to taste. Now we're gonna add about a teaspoon of vegetable oil or olive oil and a pinch of salt and cube maggi. So we're gonna mix all this together. I totally forgot to cut the chicken, so I ended up doing it at this time. Definitely don't do that while you're washing the chicken. You can do that at that time. So we're gonna cut them like this to make sure that all the juice from the seasoning are fully incorporated in the chicken. I'm adding a little bit of water to have enough juice. Maybe half of a cup will be fine. I ended up adding more than what I added at the beginning. So now what we're gonna do is put them in a baking container. Add some oil, vegetable oil, about 1 teaspoon of it, to avoid the chicken to stick on the pan. Now we're gonna add the piece of chicken inside and pour all the seasoning, the juice on top of the chicken. We're gonna add everything on it. The oven, you're gonna preheat the oven and then put all this back in it for 40 minutes at 350 degrees. Gonna make sure that we're gonna cover all this with aluminum foil. Again, I apologize if this one are hurting your eyes right now while you're watching my video. Next, we're gonna add about 2 cups of attiéké into a large bowl. Add some water to take some of the dirt out from the attiéké. But this part has to be really quick because the attiéké absorbs the water really fast. This is something I started doing lately, so you can totally skip this part if you don't like watching the attiéké. Next, we're gonna add more water to it until the attiéké is fully covered. Then put it aside. So next step, or I would say the last step, will be washing the vegetables. So we're gonna wash them and the tomato, onion, and parsley. Then cut them in cube or diced, whatever you want to call it. So that's pretty much it. And yeah, I ended up having a little boob in one of my fingers, and I was like, uh-oh, not the best time I'm filming this. So yeah, I get that spot of the job. And also, if you do have a cucumber, feel free to add that. Just like cucumber tend to go bad really quick, so I happen not to have it at this time. But if you do, feel free to add it to the vegetables. So once all the vegetables are cut, we're gonna go ahead and season them with a pinch of salt and a little bit of oil. If you do prefer adding, let's say, black pepper, onion powder, feel free to add that too. I just decided to add garlic powder instead. So basically any type of seasoning you can add to this salad bowl, I would say. So yeah, or even stick just with oil and salt to make it easy. So once the attiéké is fully absorbed by the water, we're gonna part this aside, like to just have a kind of hole in the middle, and put in the microwave for about 30 seconds. So back to the chicken, what we're gonna do is remove the lid or aluminum foil from the baking pan and transfer the piece of chicken on a different recipient, because we're gonna broil them. And from what I noticed is that when you're in broil mode, it will dry out all the juices you'll obtain from baking any type of meat in the oven. So we're gonna transfer on a different recipient and then put it back in the oven for about 20 minutes on broil mode, so that both sides can be caramelized. And that's pretty much it. So next for the chicken, we're gonna remove it from the microwave after the 30 seconds. We're gonna season this with salt or a pinch of maggi, whichever you prefer. Then mix this all together, and still we're gonna part them so we can have kind of a hole in the middle to stop the cooking process, because trust me, you don't want that chicken to look chunky. So that's pretty much it for that chicken. So back to the chicken, this is pretty much how it's supposed to look like, and they're all grilled on each side, and also they're juicy. Yeah, the most important part, they're juicy. And here is the juice that I kept aside. This one you can put on the chicken while you're eating and stuff. It tastes really good. So yeah. So this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, turn that notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Take care.